and a rising star in the Republican Party.
They told me I had 12 minutes. I don't see anything on the screen, so I guess I'm with y'all for the rest of the evening. Not going to use that podium. I can't stand still. I got vertigo. I might fall off this stage. Very first thing I'm going to do is always, I'm going to give thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's the very first thing I'm going to do. I sat on the 27th floor of this hotel last night and looked out over the skyline of Dallas, Texas. I am a poor kid from Greensboro, North Carolina, an alcoholic father who died when I was 12 years old. My mother made me the man that I am. Every strike that the left says I had against me. Poor, black, a widowed mom, living on the wrong side of the tracks. But that poor black kid from the wrong side of the tracks was sitting on the 27th floor of this hotel, overlooking the Dallas skyline as the first black lieutenant governor of North Carolina. America is still the greatest nation on earth. And I don't care what these communists say. I don't care what these socialists say. I don't care what these blue-haired freaks say with a tackle box in their face at the college campus. This is the greatest nation on earth, and it's all because of God. He's the one that made it possible. So we give him thanks first and foremost. So now let me get into what I got to tell you. July 2nd, 1863, a town called Gettysburg, a place called Little Round Top. It was undefended, and the Union Army realized that if the Confederates took that high ground, they could win that battle. They sent troops to defend that place. And among those troops was a man named Joshua Chamberlain from Maine. Joshua Chamberlain was with the 20th Maine. And the 20th Maine became the far left flank of the Union position and was told, hold this position at all costs, because as you go, so goes the battle. Chamberlain's unit, the 20th, was attacked by the Confederates several times, and they repulsed every attack. But they found themselves without ammunition. They found themselves in desperate straits. And Chamberlain knew that if he did not win that battle on that hill, that possibly the entire battle would be lost. So he talked to his men and he implored his men, and he steeled their spines, and he told them to attach their metal bayonets to their wooden rifles. And they lined up and they swung down that hill in the fashion of a picket fence, and they swept those Confederates off of that hill, came back up on the hill, reformed, and won the day. Chamberlain went on to become known as the Lion of Little Round Top and received the Medal of Honor for his actions on that day. Why do I bring that up? I bring that up because the world now is Gettysburg, and America is Little Round Top. And you are the soldiers that stand on that hill in its defense. I want you to notice what I said. I did not say Congress was the soldier standing on the hill. The Senate is not the soldiers standing on the hill. The city council is not the soldiers standing on the hill. You are the soldiers standing on the hill in defense of this nation. You are. It is up to you to hold this line. Because we're standing on this hill now, and what do we see? We look down that hill, and who do we see charging up? We see a whole horde being led by Jim Crow Joe, Nasty Nancy, and Chump Schumer. They're coming up the hill followed by a whole raft of socialist nitwits who believe that a baby in the womb is a clump of cells and do not honor life in the womb. They believe that you should not have a firearm to protect yourself, but that you should pay for them to have firearms to protect them. They don't believe that your children should be educated. They believe that they should be indoctrinated. They're dragging up that hill all types of things. CRT, transgenderism, this idea of birthing people. Who in the world came up with that garbage?